Hi and welcome on the FluxImmersive channel. Today we are going to talk about our new dynamic processor plugin, EVO Touch. EVO Touch is a really unique sound processor covering several different processing jobs, as it includes a transient designer, a deeser, and even an expander. In this video we are going to explore a multi-track session where I've used the several instances of EVO Touch, each one dedicated to a unique job. First, let's quickly talk about the user interface. Here we have a comprehensive gain staging with both input and output gain, as well as the unique EVO drive common to all the EVO plugins. Beside all of that, we have three main parameters: amount, the mode selection, and the frequency band selector. Let's have a look at them from right to left. The mode wheel gives you access to 7 different behaviors: transient kill, transient boost, sustained kill, sustained boost, 2 different deesers, and 1 expander. Once we have chosen the desired mode, we can choose on which part of the signal we want to apply the selected mode. Please note that the frequency band selection does not involve any band splitting, so it does not generate any phase distortion at the crossover frequency. You can think of it more as a dynamic EQ. And in the end, the amount knob let us decide how much processing we want to apply. We have 2 little options below that can help us fine-tune the results. A listen button to listen to what is going on in the selected frequency band, and a range knob to limit the gain envelope variation. Now let's have a look at the different use cases where EVO Touch can be a really helpful tool. First, we will start with the drums. I have a first instance on the snare drum. I've used a compressor to bring what I call tension to the drum, but it also brings up a lot of hi-hat and cymbals. Here we can use an EVO Touch in expander mode. I've only applied it to the high end where there is most bleed. I've also tweaked a few parameters in the hidden panel. I've increased the release time of the envelope from 20 milliseconds to 220 milliseconds, and set the slope of the frequency band to 6 dB per octave for a gentler transition between no processed frequencies and processed ones. On the kick, I've decided to use an EVO Touch in transient boost mode to bring up some high end. It also gives more punch to the sound and brings less bleeding than a simple EQ. In the mix, it adds just enough clarity to make the kick cut better through the other instruments. Also, on the overhead, to tame some harshness in the upper registry, I've used an EVO Touch in sustained kill mode. On the bass, because it lacks attack, I've added an EVO Touch in transient boost mode and selected the whole audio spectrum. It helps to get more dynamic and impactful low end in the mix. On the vocals, I've used an Evo Channel to boost quite a lot of high end to give more presence to the voice. It's a common EQ move on vocal, but it always brings too much sibilances. So I've used the touch section of the Evo Channel to de-ess the vocal part using the deesser mode 1. It is the strongest mode of the two.
I know that life can separate. We pay the price of our mistakes. I know that life can separate. We pay the price of our mistakes.
Also, in the hidden panel, I've set the release to 14 milliseconds so that the sibilances are better reduced. The last instance of EVO Touch is on the master bus. I've noticed a build-up in my mix at around 500 Hz, And I don't like EQ to treat this part of the spectrum on the master bus, as I often found that removing content here with an EQ also removes some musical energy from the mix. I'm sure that many of you use multi-band compressors for this type of task, but a simple EVO Touch will do the trick really well. Simply set it to sustain kill, target the frequency band that sounds too static, and use the amount to taste.
I don't wanna let you down, honestly, 'cause I never wanted the way we live. I don't wanna let you down, honestly, 'cause I never wanted the way we live. I don't wanna let you down.
Well, that's all for today. I hope you found this video helpful. Don't hesitate to subscribe or to like the video. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to post in the comment section below. Until then, I'll see you in another video.